Ladies, it's your girl Lyndon Britt, and welcome to another episode of the Go Get Her podcast. Today we are getting into part 2 of the Q&A, and I'm going to be talking about something that really made my heart heavy today, and I want to get y'all opinion on it. But before we get into it today, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? Make sure you subscribe to the vibe. It's a good vibe here, okay? And you just don't want to miss what Go Get Her has in store. God has really been downloading a lot of amazing things that I have in store for you guys. So I'm just so excited. I can't share too much because everything is still in the works, but just know it's going up, 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 up. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it, y'all. So I just feel so good. I just feel so good. And I'm going to talk about this in another episode, but I feel good when I push past limitations. And I feel good when I push past expectations. But we're really going to get into that in the next episode. I'm not going to talk about that too much in here, but I just feel so good. I just feel so good. And I'm like, so as y'all know, as I've said before, on the days that I'm supposed to record, the enemy really tries it. Like, he really, really tries it. Like, on my way home after I picked up the kids, all of a sudden I'm getting a headache. And he wants me to be like, okay, you know what? I have a headache. Let me just go lay down. Let me relax. No, like, get out of my business. I'm coming on here and I'm talking to my bros. Like, I'm spilling the tea. Like, I'm all up in their business. They're all up in my business. And that's just what we do. We hold each other accountable and we do the thing, okay? But yeah, he was really trying it. And I'm like, you are so predictable at this point, bro. Like, just quit it. Just quit it. But I'm happy that my faith is building and I'm aware of the tricks that he really tries, because it's like, come on. Every time, the days that I want to record, it's always something. You're trying to stop me from fulfilling God's purpose with this podcast, really and truly and honesty. You're trying to shut my mouth. You're trying to close my mouth. You're trying to get me quiet so that I don't come on here and encourage others, so that I don't come on here and be somebody who's relatable, so I don't come on here and look like the girl who's watching. You're trying to stop me, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So just quit it. So I just want to tell you, before we even get started, if it's something that you do every week consistently or every day consistently, and it's when it comes around that time for you to do it, something's happening. Something's disrupting you. Something distracting you. Something trying to get you off course. Girl, that ain't nothing but the enemy. That ain't nothing but the enemy. So don't even stress. Don't even stress. Because guess what? God is more powerful. So you say, you know what? Not today. Lord, he's trying to distract me. Give me clarity. Give me clarity. Get this headache out of the way. I am already healed. Whatever is happening in that moment, give it to God and give it all to him and let it take it over. Because I tell you what, I don't got a headache no more. I'm good. I'm good. Because I pushed past that limitation, he's like, dang, okay, I can't get it with that. Kids was acting crazy. Kids is fighting, screaming. I'm like, listen, guys, learn how to communicate with each other. You're 2, you're 5, and you guys both know how to talk. Learn how to communicate with each other. So instead of me getting upset and frustrated, I said, Ocean, this is how I want you to talk to your sister, so you guys can learn how to communicate clearly and effectively, so y'all not fighting and arguing and stressing me out. So we had a little scenario and it went very well. River was responsive in a positive way because he wasn't just snatching things from her, and he was trying to help her. He was trying to take her cup and pour water for her. So he has a good heart. He was trying to help her, but he went about it in the wrong way, like many of us do. But what he did was snatch the cup out her hand and say, River, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. And she's getting mad, snatching the cup back and smacking him and pinching him. And I'm like, listen, River, he's trying to help you. Ocean, tell your sister, hey, River, I'm just trying to help you. Pour your water. such and such, such and such. So I told them to talk to each other, and it went very well. And I was very proud of them and proud of myself for not getting frustrated and impatient in a moment, just snatching a cup, like, give me the damn cup. But I was proud of myself because that was the enemy trying it again. He said, all right, well, the headache didn't get to her. I know these kids gonna get to her because they do. But I said, no, we're not doing it. I am recording. I am going to do what I have to do today. It is on my agenda and it is getting done. It's going to be check mark done. Okay. Yeah. So I just want to encourage you. If you feel like that's you, when you about to start something or something that you're already doing, you do it continuously every single week or every single day or however it works for you. And when it comes around that time for you to do what you got to do, it's something distracting you or something bothering you or something to just get you off course to make you not want to do it anymore or to make you come to it in a mood. Like, I don't want to come on here and record and be frustrated and anxious and all that. No, I want to come here. I want to feel good. I want to be smiling. I want to come to y'all from a good, happy place. Okay? So, yeah, he tried it, but yeah, he did not succeed because I'm here. I'm here. But anyways, so let's get into the part 2 of the Q&A. Y'all know I could get sidetracked. So I know none of that had nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but I just had to let y'all know, like, he really be trying it. And I know y'all feel that way too, but you might not be aware that it's him. You might think it's you. Why every time I try to start or every time I try to do this, something is going on. What am I doing wrong? Baby girl, it's not you. It's him trying to distract you and get you off course so you don't fulfill God's purpose. But it's time that we learn to push past limitations. It's time that we pay attention and take notes, like my sister Cece says, take notes of the little tricks that he really tries to pull on us. Bro, you did this last week. We're not doing this again. Like, this is really how you got to talk to him. Take authority. Take authority. It's your life. It's your life. Take authority because you can and you will. Like we said before, it's easy to have a negative thought, but it's easy to have a positive one and switch it. Oh, I don't feel like it. I'm tired today. You know what? I'm going to push past being tired. I'm going to push through being exhausted. I'm going to push through because I know that there's someone on the other side of this who will be blessed. Okay? All right. Let's do it. So, these were the last set of questions, and I'm so excited to answer them because they're just so good. So the first question is, since saying yes to God, what have you had to say no to? Woo, such a loaded question. So just to take y'all back, let's go on a timeline. I gave my full yes to God in 2022. Always knew of God, did not have a relationship with him. And I say that boldly because now that we're really locked in, I'm like, wow, like, I feel like I'm just getting to know you. Like, this is not like, I'm 31 years old. This is not like a long bond we had and we just retouching and catching up. No, I am just now getting to know you. So that's why I say I said yes to him in 2022. And I really started building my relationship and bond with him in 2022. Prior to 2022, yes, I knew of God. Yes, I knew God. Yes, I knew that the reasons that things in my life were happening was because of him. Yes, I had faith. Mustard seed. But I was getting in my own way for years. Because I did not have a relationship with God. That's like if you start a new friendship, right? How are you going to get to know this person and build a relationship or bond with this person if y'all don't talk to each other, y'all don't listen to each other, y'all don't spend time with each other, where's it going to go? It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be like, okay, yeah, cool, I know you, yeah. But do I really? I know of you. We hung out here and there a few times, but I don't know you. I can't trust you. Like, we say, yeah, I trust God. I know he got it. But do we really? Because then we stress. We stress about things. We say we trust God with it, and then we stress about it. And then when we're stressing about it, our body starts reacting to that stress. And then it's a downfall from there. When we're stressed, we take it out on the people around us. Our partner, our parents, our siblings, our kids. It's a snowball effect. And then it becomes a really, really, really big ball that we don't want to happen. So yes, saying yes to God, what have I had to say no to? I have had to say no to people pleasing. That's for sure. That is for sure. Because I learned I can't keep pleasing y'all and disappointing him. I just can't. I can't do that. I can't do it. And I can't keep pouring from an empty cup. I have to be my authentic self. And if that bothers you or if that affects the relationship in a negative way, that shows me that you're really not supposed to be in my life. If I can't be my true authentic self, if I can't communicate to you how I feel, if I can't pour into you and know that you can pour back into me, if I am neglecting my feelings and neglecting myself to please you, but God is watching, now you know better. No. Mm-mm. I'm too powerful to do that anymore. I am aware of my power. I am aware of why God created me. I am aware that he created me for a purpose, and it is a strong purpose. I'm aware that he created me to bless others with my stories and my testimony and my life and my walk. I am too powerful to be people pleasing. He created me as such a beautiful queen with a beautiful heart, with a beautiful mind. It's no way I'm going to belittle myself to big up others. No, not anymore. I've done it for years. So if you are in the phase of people pleasing, I advise you, I really, really advise you to open your word. I'm going to give you, hold on right now. I'm going to give you something that helped me because when I read the Bible, I have to break it down. Sorry, I have to break it down, but I don't know the Bible. So I don't know, okay, I'm feeling this, or I'm dealing with people pleasing, or I'm dealing with it. Excuse me. I'm dealing with people pleasing, or I'm dealing with this or that. I don't know, okay, let me just go to this. No, I have to research and Google, okay, what Bible verse helps you with ... right? So that's something you can do. But I'm going to give you a scripture that helped me. Hold on one second. Let me just pull it up. Also, I have an episode on this as well. If you're new here, I do have an episode, and I had an amazing, beautiful guest, Kayvon Dior, and we talked about people pleasing and the struggles that we had dealing with it, and how God is breaking us free from it. Okay, hold on. Pull it up. Okay, I got it right here. Okay. Galatians chapter 1, verse 10. Paul asks, "For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ." Let me break it down for what that said to me. I'm on this walk, trying to get closer to God, trying to tap into the woman he really created me to be. But I'm still people pleasing. I'm still trying to please man, right? I'm so focused on pleasing man. I'm so focused on pleasing those around me so that I can be liked, so that I can be accepted. Meanwhile, I'm not doing anything to please the one who really needs to accept me, who really loves me, who really likes me. I'm not doing anything to please him because I'm trying to please them. Do you know how that sounds? You're doing all this work, but it's just, you can't let go of this people pleasing. You can't let go of it because it goes deeper than the people pleasing. There's a root to it. There is a root to it. What it is for me is different from you. You have to do the self-reflecting to figure that out. You have to really communicate with God so that he can peel back the layers, so he can help you become aware of what the root is of why you are people pleasing. But it pushes all the work that you're doing out on this walk, in this journey. When you are pleasing man, it shows that you are not a servant of Christ. When I read that, it really opened my eyes. And I said, oh no. Mm-mm. Now, this didn't happen overnight, no. But I was like, oh no. This ain't gonna work. I ain't doing all this for nothing. I want him to get up there and know my name. Okay? So yeah, I just say no to people pleasing. What else have I had to say no to? Honestly and truly, certain music I don't enjoy anymore, truly and honestly. Like, and this is still, I'm still going through this, but like music, like twerk music and all of that, like I'm not really like into it no more. Like, I'm just not. Like, as you're on this walk, your taste for certain things changes. This, you talk about get it? Hey, I'm the hype man in the club. Like, this just happened. Like, I just don't have the taste to listen to that anymore. Like, pussy popping, papa, la, la. No. Like, no. I don't have the desire to listen to that stuff anymore. Now, granted, if I'm with my sisters or whatever and they listen to it, I'm not gonna be like, shut that off. I don't want to hear that. No. We're all in different walks. We're all in different phases of our journey. So if they're listening to that, cool. It's fine, whatever. I'm not going to judge them because I was just listening to it too last year. But yeah, like certain music, I just really don't have a desire to listen to anymore. Megan Thee Stallion, love my girl down, but yeah, I don't have a desire to listen to it anymore. And don't get me wrong, I used to the Megan These. What? A song came on the other day. What was it? I think Big Old Freak, right? Big old freak. Ah, big booty, big old eat. Ah. I was like, wow. I used to be bumping this like on repeat, going in. And I was like, skip. Like, not even intentionally, like just skip. Like, I was looking for another song, and 2 years ago that came on. Ain't no skip. What? Oh, big old freak. Ah, big booty, big old. But I was just like, skip. Had no desire to listen to it. So, I've just been saying no to certain types of music. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm an R&B head. Early 90s, 2000s, that's my era. So I still definitely listen to the R&B and all of that. So I'm not saying I don't listen to secular music, because that's secular music. Doesn't matter if it's like talking about nasty stuff, or regardless, it's secular music. If it's not gospel and worship music, it's secular music. So I'm not saying no, I don't listen to secular music. It's just certain types of songs I no longer listen to. I no longer have the desire to listen to or bump anymore. What else have I said no to? This is such a loaded question, but it's making me think. So thank you. Excuse me. Oh, how can I forget this? And I'm so proud of myself. But I've been saying no to, how can I word it? Putting things under the rug. I've been saying no to putting things under the rug because your girl was good for that. That goes again to people pleasing. But just shoving things under the rug just to avoid confrontation, just to avoid any issues in a friendship relationship. I no longer do that because he has given me a voice. He has helped me learn how to communicate from a place of love. Now, I ain't fully there yet because sometimes I'll be like, okay, now you're playing in my face. I'm about to black on you, for real, for real. So, yeah, I'm still working on that. But no more throwing things under the rug. I am learning, hey, listen, can I talk to you? Yeah, what you said bothered me. That really did not make me feel good. And I want to explain why. And then I say what I got to say. However, the other party takes it is how they take it. But I know I came from a place of love. I came from a place of, you know what? I don't want to harbor this feeling of anger or hurt against you. I don't want to have any burdens from this. So I'm going to release it. What you do with it is what you do with it. And before I speak, before I come to the person or approach the person, I say, God, more of you, less of me. Because you know what I want to say is not what I should say. Less of me, more of you. Help me speak clearly. Help me communicate exactly what I want to say. Help me communicate exactly how I felt in the moment and how this person made me feel. You know, just like having those type of conversations. So I've been saying no to shoving things under the rug, like speaking up for myself. Because why not? Why not? You should speak up for yourself. If somebody is assuming things about you, and they got it all twisted and messed up, speak up for yourself. Now, I'm not saying every single time because people are going to assume what they want to assume, right? People are going to think good things about you. People are going to think bad things about you. It's just the world. But I'm talking about in specific scenarios, like at work or like you and your partner or you and your friend, you and your sister, like specific close people, not everybody. People talking about you on the internet, whatever, who cares? Whatever. People are always going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you when you're in a coffin, baby. So who cares about that? But I'm talking about specific scenarios. Like there was a couple of times last week where I had to speak up for myself at work. And I literally had to take a moment before I could do so because if it came out automatically in that moment, it was not going to be from a place of love. It was not going to be professional. And I probably would have got fired. So I said, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Let me woosah. I prayed about it. And I said what I had to say. It was professional. And the problem was solved. Now, the person did lie because I know what they said. They did lie. But I said, you know what? That's with them and God. I said what I had to say. I said my piece. I spoke up for myself so you know not to do this and try me again. And that's it. And I went about my workday. And I was like, I am so proud of myself because usually I would just be upset or I would have said something, but it wouldn't have been professional. And it wouldn't have been from a place of love. It would have been from a place of anger. And I probably would have blacked on the person and then been angry for the whole day. I said, no, I'm not letting nobody steal my joy no more. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking clearly so you know not to try it again. And even if you try it again, we're going to have this conversation again. And yeah, so I want to say those are three things. So since I said yes to God, I said no to these are a couple of things. People pleasing, certain types of music I just no longer have a taste for, and no more pushing things and shoving things under the rug. I'm speaking up for myself, and I love that for me. I love this era because I feel so like not untouchable, but I feel like the enemy no longer has power over me in those areas, you know? So, yeah, that was a good question. Let's see the next one. I'll just answer two because I don't want it to be like super, super long. So the second one, how do you navigate releasing old version habits while rebirthing new ones? That's actually really, really good. That's really good. And the reason why I emphasize that is because I am reading, gotta shout my girl out. I'm reading Power Moves by Sarah Jenks Robert. Little backstory about this. So my sister started reading it. She told me it was good. But prior to her telling me that, I wanted to buy it. But I had forgot about it. Not forgot about the book. Sarah, I love you, so don't take that the wrong way. Not that I forgot about the book, but it was just so much things happening at once that I forgot to purchase the book. It was in my cart on Amazon. Okay. Now, I told y'all before, when I keep hearing things being repeated, I'm like, okay, God, I hear you loud and clear. So every single podcast that I was watching, since my sister told me she loved the book, she bought it, she loves it so far, blah, blah, blah. I kid you not, every single podcast I was watching, they either mentioned that book or they showed the book somewhere in an ad or whatever. I seen the book. I'm like, I gotta buy this book. I gotta buy this book. So I finally bought the book. Love it down. Sarah, chef's kiss, okay? Because you are really helping your girl. Like, I feel like I'm in a therapy session with you every time I read. Girl, this is so good. I'm on chapter 5 right now. 5 or 6, I think. But it's so good. And I also love it because I truly never have time to read, but I'm pushing past limitations and I'm forcing myself when I have a little bit of quiet time, even if it's 20 minutes and I can read a few pages, it's still me getting some in, you know? So I really, really love it. Sarah, if you see this one day, I love you. You are really, really helping me in so many ways. But this question actually goes to an exercise I did, and it's important, y'all. When y'all are reading books, self-help books, and it gives you exercises to do the exercises. Like, do the work. Do the actual work. Not just flip through and read and say, oh, this was a good book. No, do the work so you can actually say, this book changed my life. Not just from me reading it, but me actually applying it and doing it. Okay? So, I love how, like, at the end of each chapter, flip the switch. It's a marinate, activate, and pray. I ain't gonna say too much because I want y'all to buy the book. You know what we should do? We should do a book club. Oh my God, who would be interested in that? I've always wanted to do that. I would be a little girl watching shows and they got their little book club meetings and they're talking about the stuff. And I just be like, oh my God, I want to do that when I get older. Who would be down for that? That would be dope. We could do like a Zoom meeting once a week, talk about what we read. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love that. I'm going to figure something out with that because that is really. Comment below if you would be interested in being a part of the book club. We could do one book a month, right? I think that's good. Sorry, y'all. We could do one book a month. I think that'll be dope. But yeah, so with this one, right? It says, draw a diagram of how many systems are at play in the ecosystem of you. That's marinate. Activate. Identify a system that you desire to change and the role you play in the system. Communicate one small change you'd like to introduce. Pray. God, help me to see how I can be a vessel of righteous transformation for my ecosystem. So right now I'm in the phase of marinate with this because I was literally listing all the current systems that are at play in the ecosystem of me. So I'm going to go to my notes and I'm going to tell y'all what I wrote down. And then the next step is how am I going to change these systems? Because they're clearly systems that are not working, but they're systems that are running the version of me now. But I want to create systems for her, the woman I'm going after, the woman that God created me to be, the woman that I'm transforming into. I want to analyze the systems I currently have, see the positive changes that I can make in those systems to create new ones so I can be the best version of myself. I can't be the best version of myself with the current system that I have. current systems that I have. And that's okay. That is okay. These are systems that have been working for years. Working, and the screws is loose and they popping off and it's like, girl, we got to switch it up. So yeah, let me tell y'all what I wrote. Okay. So I said current systems that are at play in the ecosystem of me. So, and I think you got, I would say like do the activity, but it's like if y'all don't have the book, you can still do the activity even if you don't have the book. But get the book, y'all. It's really good. Power Moves, Sarah Jake Roberts. But even if you don't get the book, I think this is really good. So write it down, write it in your phone, whatever the case may be. I didn't have my journal with me at the time, so I wrote it in my phone. But these are the current systems that are at play in the ecosystem of a London brick. So I get quiet and I shut down when I'm not heard, seen, or misunderstood. I get quiet to sometimes process my thoughts and analyze the situation, or because if I react in the moment, I may say something I will regret later on. I'll speak without thinking. So those are the two reasons why I get quiet. Either I know what's about to come out of my mouth is going to be crazy and I'm going to regret it and I'm going to hurt somebody, like with my mouth, with my tongue, and I don't want to do that. Or I'm processing everything, I'm woosahing, so I can get to a place of speaking up for myself. I get upset when people don't take accountability for their actions, and that sometimes makes me put up a wall. I then begin to lack trust in that person, and I am not my full authentic self with them because I don't trust them. If that ain't the truth, baby, because there's so many people that done stuff, and I'm learning to forgive. I'm learning to forgive, but I don't forget. And I don't know if that's good or not, but I just be like, I know how you moved with that certain situation, so I just can't fully trust you. Like, I don't know, y'all. How y'all deal with that? Because it's really hard for me, especially if I've voiced how I felt. We had a conversation, and I really don't feel like we had a solution from the conversation. It's really hard for me to like fully trust you again. When I'm overwhelmed, I like to hide in a shell and hide from the world. When I'm overstimulated, I can't focus and I put everything on pause. Tasks, responsibilities, motherly duties, you name it. When I'm overstimulated, I want to get away from everybody. Babe, get away from me. River, ocean, get away from me. Nobody talk to me at work. Please leave me alone. Oh, especially at work. Oh my God. I get quiet and I just want to be to myself. I don't want to do anything. If I had a to-do list when I got home, to-do list is in the trash, out the window, not happening. I am going to be in the shower for about an hour. Then I'm going to take extra long to get dressed just so I can have time to myself and away from everybody. So I can have time away from everybody and just like be to myself. And like I said in the last episode, that is not healthy. So that's the system that I'm trying to change. When my social battery is running low, especially at like family events or just events in general, I need to go to myself to recharge. Then I'm back and ready to party. If I don't get an opportunity to recharge, I'm quiet, grumpy, and not really present, enjoying the moment or the experience. Me all day. If we having a party for the kids, I sneak away. Because I'm like, ooh, my social battery is running on low, low, low to the flow. And I need a moment to recharge. If I don't, I'm going to be aggy, especially when it's hot. We just had River's party. It was 93 degrees outside. Okay? 93 degrees outside. And you know what, kids' parties? It's not just the kids you got to entertain and make sure everybody's good. It's the adults too. So it's really two parties in one. It was a lot. But I got to recharge because it was in my backyard. So when I needed a moment, I just went upstairs. So that worked. But I'm trying to change that because I can't always recharge. So what do I do in those moments when I can't recharge? I have to learn how to show up. I have to learn how to move and navigate through that. Because what if I'm at an event for go get her, and I can't get a moment to go recharge. But I am here to show up for you guys. I'm here to encourage you ladies. I'm here to inspire you ladies. I can't be grumpy and aggy, so I need to learn how to work through that and shift that. When me and Demetrius disagree, I get so frustrated because he doesn't understand my point of view, and I sometimes distance myself until I can work up the courage to talk to him and explain where I was coming from. That is something that I'm really, really trying to work through, because sometimes it's good to have distance. All right, you know what? Let's give each other a day to cool off. You have your space, I have mine. But then when it goes on to 2 and 3 days, it's like, all right now, really? You ain't gonna say nothing, so I ain't gonna say nothing. So we are getting better at that. Either I say something first or he does something and I'm like, let's just talk, So we're working through that. We're not perfect. We cute, but we ain't perfect. It's a long time coming, okay? I met Demetrius when I was 16 years old. 16. I'm 31. Okay? It is a lot of learning, unlearning, getting to know each other as adults, like getting to know each other as parents, like loving each other in different phases. So, yeah. At work, Lord. When I'm aggy at work, I get quiet and I don't talk to a soul. I let me do my work in peace, and I will clock out and go about my day. I don't need to talk to none of y'all. Leave me alone, okay? I came in here to work. I don't need to talk to none of y'all. But when I'm in a good mood, when it's a good day, I socialize, I laugh, I'm smiling. But more than often, I get irritated at work, and that's why I really do think it's time for me to go. I'm working on not letting people get me out of character, but I'm struggling with letting things affect my mood. So I've been doing better with not letting people get me out of character and throw them bows. Drop bows on them. Drop bows on them. When we on duck, if you buck, nah. I've been doing much better with that. But letting them affect my mood, yeah, I'd be pissed. Yep. Don't talk to me to the rest of the day. Don't talk to me for the rest of the day. Because I'm pissed. Please. Just stay over there and I'll stay over here. So yeah. But that was a really good question. That was a really, really good question. So I don't have the other side to that answer. To that question, which was, let me read the question again just so we can cover it all up. How do you navigate releasing old version habits, etc., while rebirthing new ones? I'm still trying to figure that out. Truth be told, I'm still trying to figure that out. But just to summarize everything, we're all trying to figure it out. We're all in different phases of our walk. We're all trying to unlearn the negative things. We're all trying to learn new things. We're all trying to build our faith, but we can't do it alone. We need each other. We need community. That's why I talk to you guys like you're sitting right here in the room with me, because I know one day I will meet you all. I will meet you all, and I will be in different states. I'll be in different cities. I'll be in different countries. I know that the Go Get Her community is going to grow into something amazing and beautiful, and we need each other. We are so much stronger together than we are apart, and we're so much stronger when we're trying to help each other instead of tear each other apart. So I encourage you, if you are somebody that people lean on, people come to you for advice, and you be in your own storms, but people come to you people come to you for advice, people come to you and they lean on you, they come to you for encouragement. God is doing that for a reason. Sometimes he has you in a storm to show that you are the example when you come out of it. To show, like, wow, I know if she can get through it, I can get through it too. It's a lot to carry sometimes, but it's for his purpose, it's for his will, and it's to bless those around you, it's to bless people that you haven't even met yet. So stay the course. I always say this, but stay the course, because Things will make sense eventually, but they begin to make sense when you are really tapped in. They begin to make sense when you're really building your relationship with God and you are learning who He is and what He thinks of you, because He thinks so highly of you. We think highly of Him, but He really thinks highly of us. He loves us so much, He sacrificed His only Son for us, for me and you. We could at least give Him time. We could at least spend time with Him. We could at least communicate with Him. We could at least give it to Him and let Him help us. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I know it's not. Trust me, I will repeat that every single episode. It is hard. This walk is hard, but we are set apart for a reason. The world is in a crazy, crazy state right now. Crazy state right now. But He created people like me and you to change the world. I know that sounds like it's a lot, but it's really not when you're just being your true, authentic self and being exactly who He created you to be. It's not a lot. When you're trying to compare yourself to others, when you're trying to get what others have, that's not what He has for you. That's why you can't get it. That's why it's so hard for you to obtain it. That's why when you have it, you lose it just that quick, because that is not what's meant for you. God has something in store for you, and He's waiting for you to accept it. He's waiting for you to accept it. What is for others is not for you. What He blesses them with is not for you. But what He blesses you with is for you to use for others. It's time. It's time. It's really time to lock in, y'all. It's time to give up the old version of you and go get her. Go get her. She's waiting on you. She's waiting on you. When I painted this, I was like, wow, she's so powerful. She's so beautiful. She's so angelic. Just simply just sitting there, being herself. Purple hair, purple eyebrows, a glass, just being herself. She's so powerful, but yet so sophisticated. Be you. It's harder to be everybody else. God created you to be you. So things will get easier when you are being your authentic self, when you are walking in your path that He created for you. And your path is not straight. It's ooh, 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 ooh. It's not straight. It's not A to B. I'm sorry, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's not a straight path. Like, all right, God, I'm walking with you. I know we good now. I'm healed. I'm good. I'm delivered. No, no, baby. It just does not happen that way. It really doesn't. So stay encouraged. Stay in your word. Even if you're learning how to read your word, dissect it. Do one chapter. Dissect it. See how it applies to you. See how it applies to your life. See what it really does when you really, really let it seep in your heart. See how it changes you. And day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, you will see that you are becoming exactly who He created you to be. I love y'all. That's River saying, Mommy, I want you. She's banging on the door. So it's my time to shine as the mother that God created me to be. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and stay tuned for the episode next week. Bye.